Have you ever stopped mid-bite and pondered the state of your pantry? What if tomorrow you woke up to a world without grocery stores? Most folks wait until the last minute. Then it's a mad dash for the last box of stale crackers. A well-stocked pantry is peace of mind. It's about being self-sufficient and ready for anything. First up, we're talking rice. It's a no-brainer, really. Rice is like that reliable friend you can always count on. No drama, just good, solid sustenance. And when it comes to shelf life, rice is the king or queen, depending on the variety, of course. We're talking years, folks, years of storage potential. Just keep it in a cool, dry place, away from any critters, and you're good to go. Plus, it's extremely versatile. You can use it in savory dishes, sweet treats, you name it. Rice is a blank canvas, just waiting for you to get creative in the kitchen. And the best part? It's budget-friendly, so you can stock up without breaking the bank. Now, I know what you're thinking. Rice? Isn't that a little, well, boring? Au contraire, my friend. Rice is anything but boring. We're not just talking plain white rice here. Oh no, we're going for variety: long grain, short grain, brown rice, black rice. The possibilities are endless, each with its own unique flavor, profile, and texture. And don't even get me started on the cooking methods. We can go stovetop, oven, rice cooker, even pressure cooker if you're feeling fancy. The point is, rice is adaptable. It's a chameleon of the culinary world, ready to transform into whatever you need it to be. Next up, we're diving into the wonderful world of canned beans. These little legumes are nutritional powerhouses, packed with protein, fiber, and a whole slew of essential vitamins and minerals. And the best part? They're shelf-stable, which means they'll last for ages in your pantry, just waiting to be transformed into culinary masterpieces. We're talking black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, cannellini beans. The list goes on and on. Each with its own unique flavor and texture, ready to add depth and substance to your meals. Think hearty soups and stews, protein-packed salads, even dips and spreads. Now, I know what you're thinking. Canned beans? Isn't that a little, well, bland? Wrong again, my friend. Canned beans are anything but bland. We're going to season them up, spice them up, and turn them into culinary delights. Think smoky chipotle black beans, zesty cumin lime chickpeas, or classic Italian white beans with rosemary and garlic. The possibilities are endless, and don't even get me started on the versatility. Canned beans can be added to soups, stews, salads, dips, spreads, you name it. They're a blank canvas, just waiting for your culinary creativity to shine through. We've got our rice, we've got our beans, but what's a good meal without a healthy dose of vitamins and minerals? That's where canned vegetables come in. Now, I'm not talking about those mushy, overcooked things your aunt brings to Thanksgiving. We're talking about crisp, flavorful veggies that retain a bit of their garden freshness. Look for cans labeled low sodium or no salt added to keep your sodium levels in check. And don't be afraid to branch out beyond the usual suspects like corn and green beans. Think artichoke hearts, roasted red peppers, diced tomatoes, even beets. These colorful additions can brighten up any dish and provide a welcome nutritional boost. Remember, variety is the spice of life, even when you're living on a pantry diet. Now, canned goods are like that reliable friend who never lets you down. They're there for you, rain or shine, for a surprisingly long time. But even the sturdiest canned vegetable has its limits. Store them in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight. And while they can last for months, even years, it's always a good idea to practice FIFO. First in, first out. Rotate your stock using the older cans first to ensure freshness. And don't just relegate these veggies to side dish status. Canned tomatoes form the base of countless soups and stews. Diced carrots add sweetness and texture to rice dishes. And a can of corn can transform a simple pancake batter into a savory breakfast treat. Remember, in a pinch, a little creativity goes a long way. All right, folks, let's talk protein. It's the building block of life. Enter canned meats. Canned meat? Hear me out. Tuna, chicken, salmon, packed with protein. Zero cooking needed. Look for varieties packed in water. Flavored options? Yes, please. Pre-seasoned wonders add flavor. Don't forget sardines, loaded with omega-3s. Now, I'm not suggesting you subsist solely on canned tuna sandwiches, though let's be honest, a well-made tuna salad is a thing of beauty. Canned meats are incredibly versatile. Flake tuna into salads for a protein boost, or mix it with mayo and seasonings for a quick sandwich filling. Canned chicken can be added to soups, stews, or pasta dishes for a hearty meal. And don't underestimate the power of a good Spam fried rice. Get creative with your spices and seasonings to transform these pantry staples into flavorful meals. Remember, a little ingenuity can make all the difference when it comes to emergency preparedness. Now, let's talk breakfast. Some folks might reach for a sugary cereal or a Pop-Tart, but not us, no sir. We're reaching for the workhorse of the pantry, oatmeal. This humble grain is a nutritional powerhouse, packed with fiber, protein, and complex carbohydrates to keep you feeling fuller for longer. And the best part? It's incredibly versatile. We're not just talking about a boring bowl of mush here. Oatmeal can be transformed into savory breakfast bowls, hearty pancakes, even crispy granola bars. And with a long shelf life, it's the perfect pantry staple for emergency preparedness. But before you reach for those instant packets loaded with sugar and artificial flavors, let's take it back to basics. We're talking about good old-fashioned rolled oats. They're less processed, more affordable, and offer a blank canvas for flavor experimentation. Now I know what you're thinking. Larry, I'm not going to be bothered with cooking oatmeal when the world's gone mad. But that's the beauty of it, folks. Oatmeal is incredibly easy to prepare, even without power. Simply combine equal parts oats and water, or milk if you've got it, bring to a boil, then simmer until tender. But don't stop there. Get creative with your toppings. Fresh or dried fruit, nuts, seeds, a drizzle of honey. The possibilities are endless. And don't forget about savory oatmeal. A dollop of pesto, a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese, a poached egg. It's a breakfast revolution in a bowl. So stock up on oatmeal, folks, and rest assured that you'll be starting your day off right no matter what the world throws your way. Alright folks, let's talk about the sixth musketeer of your emergency pantry, peanut butter. Now, we're not talking about that artificially flavored sugar-laden goop here. We're talking about the real deal. Peanuts and maybe a touch of salt. That's it. It's a nutritional powerhouse, packed with protein, healthy fats, and fiber, which means it'll stick to your ribs and keep those hunger pangs at bay. Think of peanut butter as your edible duct tape. It's incredibly versatile. You can spread it on crackers, stuff it in celery sticks, or even swirl it into oatmeal for a boost of flavor and energy. And let's not forget about its shelf life. A jar of natural peanut butter can last for months, even a year or more if stored properly in a cool, dark place. Now, I know what you're thinking. Peanut butter on crackers? That's a bit bleak even for an emergency. But hold your horses, because peanut butter can do so much more. In a pinch, it can be thinned out with a little water to make a surprisingly tasty sauce for noodles or rice. You can even mix it with dried milk and oats to make energy bites. No baking required. Trust me, folks, peanut butter is a survivalist's best friend. It's calorie-dense, nutrient-rich, and incredibly adaptable, so stock up on a few jars and thank me later. Remember, in a crisis, a little peanut butter can go a long way. We've covered a lot of savory ground, but what about when you need a touch of sweetness? I'm not talking about that processed, refined stuff. We're talking about nature's candy, dried fruits, raisins, apricots, dates, figs, cranberries. These are your new best friends. They're concentrated bursts of natural sugar, fiber, and essential nutrients, perfect for an energy boost. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dried fruit? It's all wrinkled and weird, but don't let looks deceive you. These little nuggets are packed with flavor and energy. Plus, they last for ages. Store them in airtight containers in a cool, dark place, and they'll be good to go long after those questionable gummy bears have turned to dust. Sure, you can toss dried fruits into your trail mix, but don't let their snacking reputation fool you. Dried fruits can add a touch of sweetness and chewiness to your cooking, even when fresh ingredients are scarce. Think about plumping up some raisins in hot water and adding them to your oatmeal, or chopping dates and mixing them into your peanut butter energy bites. And let's not forget about the power of dried fruit in savory dishes. Apricots, for example, can add a wonderful sweet tart complexity to tagines and stews. Just a handful can elevate a simple dish into something truly special. Okay folks, let's talk crunch. No, I'm not talking about those potato chips you've got stashed away. We're talking about nature's crunchy snacks, nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, pecans, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. These are your secret weapons in an emergency. Why? Because they're nutritional powerhouses packed with healthy fats, protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They provide sustained energy, keeping you full and focused when the going gets tough. Plus, they're relatively shelf-stable, especially when stored in airtight containers in a cool, dark place. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nuts and seeds, that's a snack, not a meal. But hold on a minute. Nuts and seeds can be so much more than just a handful of munchies. Think about grinding almonds into flour for baking, or using sunflower seeds to make a surprisingly delicious dairy-free milk. And let's not forget about the power of nuts and seeds to add flavor and texture to your meals. Sprinkle toasted pecans on your oatmeal, stir sunflower seeds into your rice pilaf, or use crushed walnuts to coat chicken before pan frying. Let's talk about a substance so fantastic it would make a pharaoh jealous. We're talking about honey, the nectar of the gods. Honey isn't just for sweetening your tea or drizzling on a biscuit. It's a pantry staple for centuries for a reason. Honey has this amazing ability to last forever. Due to its low water content and high acidity, it's resistant to spoilage. Archaeologists found pots of honey in Egyptian tombs still edible after thousands of years. It's a natural energy booster. Got a hankering for something sweet? Honey. Need a quick pick-me-up? Honey. It's packed with antioxidants and has antibacterial properties. It's a definite must-have for the pantry. Now, I know what you're thinking, Larry. I'm not a bear. I don't just eat honey straight from the jar. There's a whole world of culinary uses for honey beyond the honey bear. Use it in your oatmeal, tea, or even to bake with. It adds a unique depth of flavor. Honey is a versatile and valuable addition to your pantry, so stock up and let honey be your little pot of liquid gold. Alright folks, we're at number 10 on our list of emergency pantry essentials. We're talking about coffee and tea. A hot cuppa can be a real morale booster. Decide if you're a coffee person or a tea drinker, or maybe you enjoy both. Make sure you've got enough to last. A cup or two a day adds up quickly. Whole beans stay fresh longer, but you'll need a grinder. Pre-ground is convenient, but less flavorful. Instant coffee works in a pinch. Tea bags are convenient and long-lasting. Choose a variety of teas. Black, green, and herbal infusions. And don't forget honey or sugar. Let's talk about brewing methods when the power's out. A French press is a reliable option. Or use a percolator on a gas stove. Boil water and use a bandana as a filter. Tea is even easier. Heat water and steep your tea bag. Ensure your water is safe by boiling or using a filter. Coffee and tea can make a world of difference in an emergency. We've made it to number 11 on our list, folks, and it's time to talk flavor. Spices and seasonings, the unsung heroes of the pantry. In a long-term emergency, a little flavor goes a long way. Imagine eating plain rice and beans daily. Not appetizing, right? Add cumin, chili powder, and garlic powder. Fiesta in your mouth. A little goes a long way. Stock up and get creative in the kitchen. One of my favorite things about spices is that they can actually make your food last longer. Take salt, for instance. It's a natural preservative, and it can be used to cure meats and preserve vegetables, extending their shelf life considerably. Spices can also help stretch your food budget by making less expensive ingredients more palatable. For example, lentils and beans might not sound like the most exciting foods, But with the right combination of spices, they can be transformed into hearty and flavorful meals. And let's not forget about the psychological benefits of spices. Familiar flavors can be incredibly comforting during times of stress, and a well-seasoned meal can do wonders for morale. So there you have it, spices and seasonings, the secret weapons in your emergency preparedness arsenal. Don't underestimate the power of flavor to make a difficult situation a little bit brighter. Well, folks, there you have it. 11 pantry staples that will see you through thick and thin. Remember, building an emergency food supply isn't about hoarding. It's about being prepared. Now, I know this isn't an exhaustive list, and everyone's needs are different. So, tell me, what are your must-have pantry staples? Share your tips and tricks for building an emergency food supply in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to SurvivalScope for more informative content on preparedness, sustainability, and of course, good eating. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.